asking New York millionaires how they got rich.
New York City is the #1 city in the world with the most millionaires. Today, we're gonna be walking around Manhattan asking multi-millionaires how they got rich and how you and I can become as successful as they are. Hey man, can we get you in a quick YouTube video? Sorry. Are you a millionaire?
I'm good, thanks.
Am I what?
A millionaire.
No.
No, I'm not.
Are you a millionaire? Are you a millionaire? So what do you do?
Ignore you.
Whoa. Yo, the size of this ego is crazy.
Are you a millionaire?
Obviously, you couldn't tell? Yes, he's a millionaire. Dumb. Don't ask no dumb ass question like that. You lame ass Mike. Come on, bruh.
So what do you do?
Ignore you.
Yeah. There's millionaires out here, but they're not taking me serious. Like, look at my fit right now. We're not looking like millionaires. These millionaires don't want to talk to brokies. So we gotta up the scale a little bit. We gotta change. You know what I'm saying? Spawned with the good Burberry cologne. So now I think we're gonna have some success. Let's go. Okay, so what do you do for a living?
Real estate developer.
So if you could share like a range or like the exact number, whatever you're comfortable with, what's like the most amount of money that you've ever made in 1 year doing what you do?
I would say roughly 25 million.
How long have you been doing that?
About 5 years.
And what got you into it?
Family business.
You went to college or?
I didn't even graduate high school. High school.
What? Nigga didn't graduate high school, made 25 gross in a year? What?
Dropout and went from there. You gotta make it on your own.
So what's like the best financial advice you've ever received throughout your entire life?
As soon as you fall down, you get back up and keep going. It's a push. No one believes in you more than yourself.
So what's one piece of advice, if you can go back to when you first started your business, what's one piece of advice you would tell to your younger self?
Tell myself to keep hustling and God provides the rest. You'll be taken care of.
Do you have to do what you love in order to become successful?
Doing what you love is more enjoyable, but you could do anything and become successful with dealing with whatever it is. Keep trying different things till one thing works, and once
Wait,
it works,
didn't he say it was a
then you stick to
family
that
business?
thing and you keep going.
So what do you do for a living?
I own a car dealership.
Nigga said in his family business, but you gotta make it on your own. Oh.
So what's the most amount of money that you've ever made?
What'd he
that
say?
thing and you keep going.
So what do you do for a living?
I own a car dealership.
So what's the
Oh,
most amount
shit.
of money that you've ever made in 1 year?
Damn.
Give me a range or something.
4.5 million.
4.5 million. So what's the
Damn.
best piece of financial advice you've ever received?
Work for yourself.
So you stick to that.
I stick to that.
If you could go back to when you first started, what's some advice that you would give to yourself?
Don't take yourself so seriously, man.
You have to do what you love in order to become successful?
No, I hate car business.
Really?
Yeah.
So how'd you get into it then?
By accident. One of my friends was in the business. He pulled me into it. And the money was good, and I stayed, and I grew, and that's what happened.
So what's some advice that you would give to some people trying to get into your industry?
Do what you're good at. If you're good at my industry, if you're good at sales, do it.
I work on Wall Street. I'm a banker, investment banker, registered rep. I'm also the New York City comptroller. I won the election in 2021.
So if you're comfortable sharing a range or the number,
Wait, New York City, what?
I'm also the New York City comptroller. I won the election in 2021.
so if you're comfortable sharing a range or the number of like how the most money you've ever made in 1 year, could you give us like a range of something like that?
I firmly believe that success puts a proper price on its goods and millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars. So how long have you been doing what you do now?
Banking, sales, altogether, 20 years.
Damn!
Specifically at Spartan Capital, 15 years.
So if you could go back to when you first started your journey, what's one thing that you would tell your younger self?
Never ever hang up the phone. Take every single person right to the close because, again, success puts a proper price on its goods.
Do you have to love what you do in order to become successful?
Absolutely. You got to eat, live, breathe it, smell it, wake up every day. When it's hard is when it's the best because then you think back about what has happened, what took you from there to go where you are now. It makes all the difference in the world.
I'm an orthopedic surgeon.
If you could give the range of salary that someone making your field or like the most money you've made in a year,
7 figures.
you go to millions?
Damn.
Yes.
How long have you been doing that?
About 20 years.
So you went to college, I'm sure.
Yeah, you have to go to college. They make you go to college. Yeah.
And how long was that?
College, 4 years. But then you go to med school.
Oh, and what is that, 7?
That's med school's 4 or more. And then residency's 5, and then fellowship's 1.
So what's one piece of advice that you would give yourself if you go back and talk to your younger self, like when you first started?
Don't go to medical school. Go to business school. I think that's it. That's it. Go to Silicon Valley, probably. Get a job in tech. Medicine's great. I actually do I do medical robotics. So I have a startup company that is developing
What?
a robot that does hip and knee.
That's crazy
replacement
advice.
Called Monogram Orthopedics.
Well, what advice would you give to younger people trying to get rich?
Have fun doing what you're doing, man. Okay, do something stimulating that you have fun with, because if you're not into it, you're just not going to be successful.
How many hours a week do you work?
Not so bad now. I would say probably 50.
50 a week?
Yeah, not bad.
And what about when you first started?
80.
A lot.
A lot. You work a lot.
Yo, you guys are not gonna believe who's right behind me. Like, I'm like 50-50 if that's even him. But if it's him, this is about to be a crazy video. He just walked in the Rolex store.
He did 14 years?
Okay, so what's your name and what do you do for a living?
Oh,
My
shit.
name is Kevin O'Leary, aka Mr. Wonderful, and I'm an investor.
What the fuck is the odds Kevin O'Leary just happened to be walking around right now?
Kevin O'Leary.
Mr. Wonderful.
You're working for me to make money.
I invest in guys like you.
And how long have you been doing that?
Long time, over 20 years.
What's the most amount of money you've ever made in a single year?
A good year is a positive year, but I also lose money, which you have to understand about
Answer the
venture
question,
capitalists.
Kevin.
Sometimes I get it right, sometimes I get it wrong. The whole idea is to get it right more often than you get it wrong and make your winners pay for your mistakes. I always try and do between 10 and 17 deals a year. I hope that 3 to 4 work out and pay for all the losers. And just so you know, whatever I think is going to work is usually not the one that works.
When you invest, you take risks. And that's why you need to
Nigga didn't answer the
Always
question
trying
at
to do
all.
multiple things because diversification is the only free lunch in investing. That's why I don't own just one stock. I own multiple stocks, but when I do investments in entrepreneurs, I make a lot of bets.
So what's the best piece of financial advice you've ever received throughout your
Nigga,
lifetime?
skip it.
Never own more than 5% of your portfolio in any one stock and never more than 20% in any one sector. So you have to make sure that you have a diversified
Oh.
portfolio, never more than 5% in a stock, never more than 20% in a sector. And when the market goes up and down, you won't get hurt.
If you could go back to when you first started your business, what's one thing you would tell your younger self?
Don't buy all that you didn't need.
Bro, okay. I know this is gonna sound like a 1% problem. It's not even a problem. I just want to share it with y'all niggas. Literally, chat, I was so tempted to purchase a very dumb thing, bro. Okay? It was a car. Literally, in my head, I'm thinking like, I'm gonna go to the dealership tomorrow. I just want to see it. Okay? Bro, that night, I don't know how IG knew this. I got like 3 IG reels that was like, you know that dumb thing you was thinking about buying, my nigga? Don't buy that shit, bro. This next 3 to 6 months, you gotta be careful with big purchases, bro, because it's not looking up right now and you don't want to be down and it's your fault. And I'm like, oh shit. And so I'm like, damn, bro, like, hold on, chill. That's a sign. That's literally a sign, bro. That's literally a sign. So I was like, okay, you know what? That was a wake-up call. Because sometimes, like, it's like you should have confidence that you're going to be good regardless. Because, like, otherwise you're living in fear. But it doesn't mean that you should be dumb. You feel me? And I felt like I was being dumb. IG saved it, bro. My IG feed is so fucking random, bro. It'll be like pets, sports, and then random advice. And that advice, it just saved me, bro. That's what it took. That's all it took right there. What car? The Spectre. Shit look tough. You can't blame me, my nigga. You can't blame me, bro. The Spectre. Shit look tough, bro.
I wish I'd not bought all the crap I bought, and I wish I'd put it into the stock market 30 years ago because it would be worth much more than the jeans I threw away. You don't need 15 pairs of jeans or 40 sneakers.
Facts.
Put the rest in the market and stop wasting cash. That's what I've said myself.
And last question, do you have to do what you love in order to become successful?
Great question, and the answer is yes. I work 25 hours a day, 8 days a week because I love it. If I hated it, I don't think you could be successful. It's not about the greed of money. It's the pursuit of personal freedom. And lastly, when you have a great outcome, one of your companies works out or your investment or you get a job, what I do is always buy myself a new watch. This is the emoji.
What?
You get a job. What I do
Say it again.
have a great outcome. One of your companies works out or your investment or you get a job. What I do is always buy myself a new watch. This is the emoji puzzle watch. There's only known to be 3 of them in America. I've worked really hard in the last month and achieved a few things I thought I'd never achieve, and I awarded myself this watch. Every watch I own has a story. It's very personal.
So technically I can do that with a car. Had a great year, closed on a big deal, great streaming, Let me get myself a GR86 and mod the shit out, bruh. It got a story to it, my nigga. It got a story to it, bruh. It got a story, bro. Cars depreciate, so do watches, my nigga. Some watches don't and some cars don't. But cars depreciate same way watches do, bro.
For me, I never sell them because it's a milestone in my life. Never, ever borrow money to buy a watch. If you didn't earn it, do not buy the watch. You heard it from Mr. Wonderful.
I don't know if you guys know who that is, but that's Kevin O'Leary, aka
That
Mr.
is crazy. He
Wonderful.
got him
He's
in
on
the
Shark
bid.
Tank, one of the biggest personalities. He's also worth probably like half a bill. I invested
Damn.
like $3,000 in this camera, and that got me into the position to make all these videos and to meet these millionaires. Like, there's a few millionaires where you have to pay $50K a day to even talk to them, and we're doing this for free. Pick a hustle and stick with it, man, because it's gonna work out eventually.
Okay, this glaze is accepted because that is kind of cool, bro. That is kind of cool.
All right, now we're gonna be going to Diamond District, try to get some jewelers over there. I know there's like a bunch of famous jewelers.
You hit something?
So we just made our way uptown to 47th Street in New York City in the Diamond District. Right now we're at Trax NYC. This guy is known for doing, look, they filmed Uncut Gems here. He works with like a whole bunch of celebrities, so we're gonna go interview him, see what he does, see how much money they make per year, and let's go. Let's go see if we can get him.
There's a jewelry district in New York?
My name is
damn.
Maqsood Agajani, and I own this jewelry store right here.
And how long have you been doing that?
19 years almost.
How'd you get into it?
I'm installing a Counter-Strike on my friend's computer. Somebody noticed me and installing, and then I had a little internship. I found a jewelry store, long story short. I started photographing jewelry there and putting it up on eBay.
We know you worked with like a whole bunch of celebrities, and there's a whole bunch of jeweler stores over here. Right. So what like separated you from everybody else?
What?
Well, I guess it's my style of business and my staff.
Hold on. How the fuck did he get noticed installing Counter-Strike? I've installed so many games, niggas have never noticed it, bro. Was he installing it for a friend or some shit like that in a public area? Was he like, he hacked it? Oh, you think he was pirating the shit?
My collection of jewelry and how I
Skill
market
issue.
on social media.
Okay,
What's like the most
thank
you've ever made in 1 year from this business?
We sell close to $40 million of jewelry per year.
So what's the best
Damn.
piece of financial advice you've ever received throughout your lifetime?
The battle is within. People are looking what to do or what to do and you know what decisions or whatever it is. The battle is within. You have to fix your own behavior, your own mistakes, and then the output will be much better.
So if you could go back to when you first started your business, what's one thing you would tell your younger self?
Use your reasoning to make decisions. Abandon all fear, abandon all doubt. If you fine-tune your reasoning, things will work out. It gives you the capacity to predict the future. It's not about positive thinking or manifestation or a bunch of other dumb nonsense. It's about making careful choices based on, smart analysis, and it's going to have a fantastic result.
And what advice would you give to younger people?
Go by the rolls. Did you not just hear what Mr. Kevin O'Leary said, my nigga? Did you hear what Kevin O'Leary said, or you missed it, bro? He literally just told me not to do it. So I'm saving.
When entrepreneurs trying to come up and trying to get wealthy and rich like you.
So what you want to do is you want to watch this channel, then you want to watch Warren Buffett, then you want to watch some old Steve Jobs interviews, then you want to watch, something Elon Musk is saying, and then you want to keep watching that, and you want to put in 3 hours a day. And if you put in 3 hours a day doing that, you're going to be smarter than anybody in college or anybody going to school or anything
That's,
like
yo, on God, he spit right there, chat. On God. Yo, the shit that you need to know to take yourself to the next level is right in front of you, bro. Because you're using it to watch me. On God. But for some reason, niggas don't think it's learning unless you're paying $60,000 a year for it. Most of the most important things I learned, bro, was literally just on the screen, man. The most important shit I've ever learned is right there. So he spit right there. Because if you spend 3 hours every day doing it, it's only a matter of time before you bump into the thing that changes your perspective on everything. Boom, you're locked in. You feel me?
My name is Moses the Jeweler, and I buy and sell jewelry, watches, create high-end jewelry, and have fun with life.
How long have you been doing that?
Close to a decade now.
What got you into it? Have you done other jobs?
A nigga said I went to college and still don't have a job.
Incredible sandwich
Bro,
maker.
it's crazy
Make the
nowadays.
best sandwiches in the world for $8 an hour. And then I did real estate for a little bit, and then I joined the jewelry game when I was 18 years old.
A nigga in the chat said 3 hours of glazing. And I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Bro, niggas is like literally like telling game and you're saying they're yapping. Bro, they're literally like, they're
years old.
So what's the best piece of financial advice that you've ever received throughout your lifetime or your career?
Don't look at the money. Look at yourself. Be the best version that you could be. Don't only focus on the business. Everyone only, they think money, 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 money. When you start chasing money, money runs away from you. Become the best you, and money comes to you. Be likable. People will shop with you. Money will get attracted to you. Be an attractive person, you'll attract money.
If you could share like a range or what you've
Okay.
made, like the most money you've ever made in 1 year.
Whatever. Thank God. Thank God I got.
Maybe 7 figures.
Yeah, around there.
Around.
In that ballpark, 7, 8. Who's counting?
Whatever. Somewhere in the ballpark. We don't say the exact number though. We keep it low key.
Yeah. So if you go back to when you first started your career, what's one thing you would tell your younger self?
Honestly, I don't even know if I would say anything. I would just.
Me too.
I feel like I was always in the right mindset from a young age, and again, it was always just to be loving and just to be the best version that you could be. Don't try to be like anyone else.
Do you have to do what you love in order to become successful?
100%. Because when you do what you love, you wake up in the morning. You don't negotiate with yourself in the morning. You don't say, "Oh, I'm not able to do this or not." When you do what you love, you wake up in the morning. You say,
You gotta do it.
I'm consistently gonna do what I do forever.
And what advice would you give to younger people trying to get rich like you?
Work hard and follow in God's footsteps. Thank God for every single thing that you have. Gratitude will get you very far.
God's impacted your life significantly?
Everything is from God. I wouldn't have anything without God.
So what do you guys do for a living?
I'm a watch dealer and
Sell jewelry.
How old are you guys?
I'm 15, surprisingly.
15.
Guess how old I am?
He asked you, he said, how old are you? He's like, guess, my nigga. I'm gonna guess 17. Cap, 16.
17.
16.
16.
I'm
Okay.
like, yo, what? What, bro?
Okay.
I started off by like asking people, yo, can I just borrow this watch? And then I'll show it to another person that wanted to sell it like that. It wasn't even mine at one point. So I started making my own money and stuff like that. So I was able to gather up my money. I'm not a millionaire yet.
What's
but
a good first
I'm
watch?
close
Should I
to
get a
that point
T-Sock?
sometime.
Coming here, like a year ago, I started coming to random people and like I was started making videos. Like I was a videographer. I was making full-on videos of the store and everything, and people started liking my work. So I was like, you know what? I don't really want to go to school, stay on the block. I'm gonna stay on the block. I'm gonna start making videos. People started liking them, and I was like, you know what? I think I want to take it a little further. I'm just focusing on diamonds and chains and bracelets and all that type of stuff.
So what's the most amount of money?
Yo, this nigga has ops. I don't know if you've been paying attention to this nigga. He got ops in the city of New York, bro, for sure. Cause a nigga with no ops is not doing this casually, bro. He's moving tat right now. He moving tat. Nigga doing an interview in the middle of the street. You gotta stay on point, bro.
What do you guys ever made in 1 year?
I want to keep that a little low key because I don't want to like put it out there.
I'll say one thing. I made a sale one time. One time I made a sale and profit, we were looking at like 7 grand.
7 grand?
One day.
In 1 day?
Yes.
That's 16.
It's possible. It's very possible. If you come to this business right now and you think it's easy, it's all about connections.
Niggas
If you don't know
tack.
anybody on this
Niggas
block, you're not
tack
gonna have
right
an easy
now.
time. But if you know some people, you're gonna do good.
Just show us on the wrist real quick. What is this?
It's actually pretty cheap. I'm gonna sell it for like 8,000.
If you're not a
That's nothing for this 15-year-old. Ain't nothing but 8,000 on my wrist, nigga. You little broke niggas might think this 8,000's a lot, but for a real nigga like me with ops, shit, it's nothing really.
Hard worker, don't come here. If you know that you know what you're doing and you want to come here and make money, flip something, do it.
This is really the city of dreams. Like, all we have to do is buy a camera and get a mic, and we're over here interviewing multi-millionaires. Like, I think Kevin O'Leary's worth like almost $1 billion. I don't have a course and I don't have any product to sell you guys right now. I just want you guys to get rich just like we want to get rich. So if you guys want to follow us on our journey, because we're going to be interviewing a whole bunch of multi-millionaires across different states in America and all across the world. If you guys want to follow us on that journey, subscribe down below. If not, I still appreciate you guys for watching the video, and I hope you gained something out of it.
That was the whole video? That was actually a fucking good video. I didn't know how that was gonna go. It just showed up on my homepage. I saw Kevin O'Leary. I clicked. Glaze. I know, bro. I know it's glaze. W video though, bro.